There we go. Okay. Can everybody in the room see my screen for the moment?
Yes.
Great. So it is a little bit after 2 o'clock. So I just want to say a few words to welcome everybody to today's Fitness Fun class with Joan McMenamin and Brittany Marshall of Penn State Extension. Before you all started to come into the room, we reached an agreement to continue hosting these programs on the second Tuesday of every month at 2 o'clock going into next year. So January, February, March, we'll work out some topics and be able to provide some programming to you at home and via Zoom and Facebook Live. On your screen, you can see that we have a lot of activities going on this month. Every Monday at 2 o'clock, you can exercise with Lavinia on Zoom and Facebook Live. We have chair yoga and mindfulness with Marie on Wednesdays at 2:30 and Thursdays at 10. Those are Zoom only, so you need to email me or Jennifer Tennant to get a link for those. Friendship Circle and Chester both have Bible study programs, and actually Schoolhouse is starting a Bible study program via teleconference next week. And then next Tuesday, I know some of you are artists in our art program. We will be premiering the virtual art show on Tuesday, December 15th at 7 o'clock. We'll be sending out the link for that in another day or two so that you can watch the show and share that link with your family and friends so that they can join you for the show as well. Finally, well, not quite finally, Monday, December 21st at 9 o'clock in the morning, we're going to have a program with a nurse practitioner on how to stay safe and healthy during COVID-19. Things that you can do that go beyond masking and washing hands and social distancing to make sure that you remain healthy throughout the spikes and surges that we're seeing right now. And I don't know if anybody is interested in learning Spanish or polishing up their Spanish, but we have 2 classes on Mondays and Wednesdays going on. If you're interested in those, please reach out to me by email. I know that the teachers would love to have more participants in both of those classes, Mondays at 2 and Wednesdays at 11:30. So that's everything that I have to share today. I'm going to turn it over to Joan McMenamin and Brittany Marshall from State Extension, Delaware County, for today's program. Thanks for being with us.
Okay, I'm going to share the screen so we can get started. How's everyone doing? It's nice to be. Okay, I need to be able to share the screen, John.
Yeah, I just stopped the share. There you go.
Okay, all right. Let me wait a minute. How come I am not able to? Okay, can everybody see that?
Not yet.
No? All right, wait a minute. Let me do something here. Okay, let me go back here. All right, now let me go. Let me do this and do this. Pick that up. Share that. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. Can you see this screen now?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I saw it before. I saw the big part of you before. I see you as a little one now.
Okay. Do you see a little purple with a plate?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
yes.
That's what we want. I want you to see.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
So let me get to the beginning. Oh no. This is not what I want. No. Stop the share. All right. Oh, that's the ending. We don't want to start at the ending.
We want to go back to the beginning.
Okay, so why is this not? All right, we're going to see that again.
Okay.
But I don't know why I don't know what happened to it from the beginning. Let me get it from the beginning. See if I get it from the beginning. Okay, why is it not working? No. And show. Okay. Oh, it's only showing. Okay, I know what this is. All right. I don't know what happened, but I lost so let me go back and find it.
Okay.
This is like, it's been happening almost every day with me, Joan.
Yeah, well, we've been struggling for some reason all week. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Well, that's that. But why is that and not? All right. I had it up and I don't know where it went. So let me find it. Here we go.
Would you like me to forward it to you, Joan?
Nope, I got it. I
Okay.
found it. So let me get rid of this one though. So I only have this one. Okay, let me go back here. Let me go do this. It's probably an easier way to do all this, but
We haven't figured it out yet, Joan.
The
Yeah.
easiest way we don't get to do, which would be in person. So
yeah,
Right.
right? Isn't that the truth? Okay. All right. Now let's see if this is going to work. Slideshow from the beginning. There we go.
all
Does
right.
everyone see that?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Britt, you ready to
Okay.
start?
I'm ready, Joan.
All right. I'm going to go on
Everyone,
mute.
this is Fitness Fun with Joan McMenamin and Brittany Marshall with Penn State Extension. This is our And Justice for All poster, meaning that we will not discriminate based off of sex, disability, age, political beliefs, or anything to that nature. And this is our funding statement. We are funded locally, federally, and by the state. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to call this number or email us at nutritionlinks@psu.edu. All right, welcome to Seniors Eating Well. In this presentation, we will be able to identify benefits of increased physical activities for seniors, increase your understanding on how to perform physical activities safely, help you plan to increase your daily physical activities, and also we're going to try to find ways to increase your hydration. In these next slide, we will discuss the benefits of physical activities. Physical activity slows the aging process. Uh-oh, Joan, you left me. All right, we can go there. All right. Physical activity slows the aging process and improves memory and thinking while decreasing the risk of Alzheimer's disease.
Okay.
Physical activity slows down the muscle loss and strength loss. For example, you can get up and go from chair to lifting things easier. The benefits of physical activity improves balance. Physical activities give us better balance, which means less risk of falling. And falling is the number one cause of senior disability. Physical activity give us better reaction time for clear thinking, safer driving. Exercise slows the loss of brain, like like processing the memory and the messages to the brain, to your nerves. Sorry. Physical activity slows bone calcium loss, so less risk of bone fractures. And also physical activity helps you feel better. Physical activity gives you more energy and increase and resistance to fatigue. It also helps you cope with stress. I know for myself, when I work out, like if I'm having a bad day, I kind of like work out a little bit and I feel better. So anxiety and depression. Also can help you control your weight by losing or not, like you can control your weight by losing or not gaining weight. Physical activity can improve sleep, both getting to sleep faster and having a better quality of sleep, so you feel more rested. Also, it can improve fellowship. When you share activities with your friends and family, it can help you feel happier and more connected. The U.S. Surgeon General reports that physical activity and inactivity is a major risk to your health. So it's very important to try to be active if you can. In order to stay safe, check with your healthcare provider first before starting a new physical activity, because we don't want you to do something that you feel like you can do, but it might be too much for you. So always consult with your doctor. And if you do start something new, we always want to start slowly and gradually build up. Also, it's important to try to get at least 30 minutes a day, but like I said, start slowly and build up to that 30 minutes a day. Now we're going to see a quick video, some ideas.
Okay, everybody start walking. Another great walking segment. I want everybody now to get ready because you're going to use a lot of muscles of the upper body. We're going to get those arms involved, the chest, the back, the core, and of course, we're going to brisk walk so you get a great workout. Okay, you ready to go, everybody? Yeah. You're doing your walking. I love it, but let's review 4 basic steps. So here's the first one. You're walking in place. 4 more. Here's 4 and 3 and 2 and step out this way, guys. You know this is the side step. So you step off to the side and gets that body moving. Lateral motion, really good for the muscles because these muscles aren't used a lot during your day, right? You don't move off to the side often to train muscle, but you're doing it here. 4 more counts. Here's 4, here's 3, here's 2. We walk now. Everybody's walking. There you go. We're going to start out just for a couple of minutes, the gentle pace. But quickly, this segment will power up. So we'll start getting our arms involved. 4 and 3. Let's do the kicks, guys. Give me 4 more walks. 4 and 3 and 2. Okay, now, again, any leg will do. Just go right ahead and start kicking. We don't worry about right or left. We just start kicking. Kick and kick and kick. Oh, it's a great day to take a walk. A multi-muscle walk. A high-calorie burning walk. When you want to boost your health, a health boost, you take a walk. You want to drop a few pounds? You take a multi-muscle walk. You're doing it now. Just kick. Do 4 more counts. Here's 4 and 3 and 2. Walk right here. We're walking now. Very nice. Pick up those feet just a bit higher now. And the only other move we need to give a little rehearsal to are the knee lifts. Ready, guys? Let's lift our knees. Knees up. Knees up. Whenever you're ready, just get those legs going. Knee up. Knee up. Knee up. Good. Knee up. Good time to remember your posture. Your belly button starts it. You draw back to your spine. You line up. That's a stable place. As soon as you engage your core by drawing your belly button back, you're really becoming stronger in your movements because the midsection holds you stable so the legs and the arms can really move with power. Last 2. Walking now. There you go. Okay, so you did the 4 easy moves. Now we start to power them up. So we pick up those feet just a little higher, see? Just a little higher. Walk, walk. All right.
What happened?
Okay,
Okay.
Okay. Well, that was the video, and it was a great video, but I just want to add that if you guys are going to do some power walks like that you should have a chair nearby just for balance purposes.
Okay.
And now
Thanks.
I'm going to pass it off to Joan.
Thanks, Britt.
No
I
problem.
started that a little bit too soon. And then I couldn't figure out how to stop
it's all
it.
right. It's all right.
So, and just one other thing, Britt's absolutely correct. Always have a table or chair near you, or sturdy chair near you when you're exercising. And even if you wanted to just do those things sitting down, you can do all of that sitting down. Just sitting in your chair and walking in place in your chair, side to side, kick out. So those are things that you can do even sitting if standing gets to be too much. That is a Leslie Sansone tape video. I do believe we have them, if I can find them. And I don't know if, there are DVDs, so I don't know how many people use DVDs anymore, but
I also think she's on YouTube as well.
yeah, I think she's on YouTube as well. If you have access to a computer and you go into YouTube, you
She's on
can look
YouTube.
her up.
Yeah.
But before we started and John was looking at the calendar for the month, you guys have many opportunities to exercise,
Yep.
which is really, really awesome, because you heard all the great benefits that exercise gives us as Brittany was going through the slides. Does anyone have any questions or anything that they want to say before we get started on the second half of our discussion with the 4 types of physical activity? All right. So physical activity, as Brittany mentioned in her presentation, is extremely important to our health. It benefits us in many, many, many ways. And I think as we get older, it benefits us even more. So it's very important to continue to be physically active in any way you can, but not to overdo it. So let's look at the 4 types of physical activity so we can maintain our health and our independence, because that's the key.
Mhm.
So the first type is going to be endurance. So endurance increases the heart rate and breathing for an extended period of time. Some examples of endurance activities would be walking, running, hiking, biking, swimming, and dancing. Now, some of those activities may be too much, as you know, I know for myself. I love walking, so I'll do the walking thing, but the running, I gave that up years ago. I'm just not, my body just doesn't want to, I don't want to do that to my body any longer, I do like to go on a hike, and I love bike riding. So that's something that I do still enjoy doing, and dancing. I think dancing can be something for all of us, no matter what our age is. Dancing, I think, really gets your body moving, and with the music, it just, I think, gives off such wonderful endorphins. It makes us always laugh and smile, at least for me. And endurance, as I said, it increases our heart rate and breathing for an extended period of time. So it benefits us so that we can get up and down steps easier and things like that. All right, and now we're going to look at strength, okay? Physical, I can't see this top because I got this thing in here. So there we go. All right, so move this down here. There we go. Why is this? Strength? Okay. Works our muscles as they move against resistance. So there's lots of ways to use strength training. You can use your own body weight. You can use hand weights. You can use ankle weights. Stretch bands are also good, but you can use things that you have at home, like soup cans, okay, water bottles. You don't need heavy weight. The resistance can be weight machines or dumbbells, soup cans, or even your own body weight. Strength activities include weightlifting, stretch bands, and yoga. And I saw in your activities that you do have some strength training things there. So I do encourage you to do the strength training as you age. It's more important than any type of cardio. Cardio is good which is kind of what your endurance training would be. But the strength training really helps keep your muscles strong. And as we age, that muscle mass really starts to weaken. So it can affect us as we stand. We want to make sure we're standing tall. We want to always make sure that we're upright, that we can walk, that we can move, that we can reach things. And physical strength can help with that. So building those muscles, like I said, you don't need to have a lot of weight. I would always suggest, if you're going to do anything with weights of any kind, whether it's hand weights or soup cans or anything like that, again, always having a table or a sturdy chair next to you. So in case you do, lose your balance in any way, but you can do all those things sitting down as well. Very easy to do sitting down as well. All right. The next thing would be balance. This, I think, is very, very important, especially as we get older, because we do start to lose that balance as we age. It's just part of aging. There's not too many things that are good about aging, but there's a lot of things we can do to age gracefully and to still stay independent and healthy. And balance is one of those things that we can do. The ability to stay upright and in control of our body movements. That's just, I know for myself as I'm aging, that to me is very, very important.
Can I say something about the balance?
Sure.
I don't know when it went. I don't know when it went left. I don't really. But okay, I don't. But I know,
Cynthia, it's one of those things that just leaves and we go, where did that go? When did that happen?
I have like a little, like a little stepper that you step up to, like, to get to the cabinet or whatever.
Sure.
I mean, literally one day, I'm like wobbly on that now. And I'm like, well, when did this happen? So I'm like, my daughter was like, dang, Mom, you can't step up on this thing. I was like, I could step up, but I wasn't, like,
you didn't feel comfortable. I understand. I understand.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was just like, well, when did that happen? I don't know.
Well, I'm going to show you a couple strength of balance activities that you can do. And I really encourage you to do those balance activities. You don't have, start out slow, and you don't have to do it for, a really long time, but just start out slow, and always, always, always have a chair or a sturdy table in front of you. Okay. So one of the ones I do with the class that I used to teach before COVID is, is again, having a table or chair right in front of you. And you would stand up and you would take, say, your right leg, okay, and you would put it in front of your left leg. So your right foot goes in front of your left foot. Now you want to hold on to the table or the chair or whatever it is that you might be using. You want to make sure, again, that your shoulders are back, your stomach is tight, because balance is all about having good core muscles. And you want to kind of hold on to that table or chair that's in front of you. Okay. Now, what the next thing I'm going to ask you to do is then focus on something, just one thing in front of you, whether it's the computer, something in the room that you're in, and just kind of stare at that. Your stomachs are tight and your shoulders are back. You're going to just bend your knees just slightly, and you might feel yourself swaying a little bit. That's why you have that chair in front of you. Now, hold that pose for about however long you feel comfortable. If you can go 10 seconds, 20 seconds, that's perfect. You want to work up to about 1 minute. Okay. And as I said, you do this slowly. So you might do 10 seconds for the first few nights that you do it or days that you do it. And then you move into 20 seconds the next week or 15 seconds. Now you do it on each side. So now you're going to take your left foot and you're going to put that foot in front of your right foot. Again, shoulders are back, stomachs are going to be tight, and you're just going to focus on something, but you're going to keep your hands on that chair in front of you. You're going to find that one side is better than the other. You don't feel as wobbly on one side. It's a kind of a funny thing. It's just the way our bodies are. It's usually the side, your stronger side, you're not as wobbly. But again, and then you're going to work up to doing that. I find that as being a really good balance exercise. There are other balance exercises out there, but I just really like that one because you can go very slow. You don't have to go really fast in that. And then the other thing is, once you master that to 1 minute with your eyes open, now you're going to start with your eyes closed. And you will see how hard that is. And again, you're going to start at 10 seconds, work your way up to a minute. Okay. And believe it or not, that's going to take you a little while before you don't feel so wobbly. Okay. And then from there, there's other things you can do, but we're not going to go there. You do those two.
Okay.
And get to that point. I think you'd be doing really well. And then you can add on to that. You can add on a minute and a half or a minute and 20 seconds, whatever. You pace yourself, because it's important that you do it yourself. Pace yourself, but always be safe. Always have a chair or a table right there so that you can hold on to it, because that's the other thing. Once you get to that balance where holding on, you could even let go for a couple of seconds before you have to hold on, but you never want to do that. The other thing too is, I would always make sure someone else is either home with you when you're doing these balance exercises, or at least that somebody knows that you're doing them, and that maybe you could contact when you're finished, just in case, God forbid, you were to fall. And that way somebody would know, because we would never want somebody to fall and be laying there for a while and nobody know. So always kind of, I know it sounds a little silly, but it's always important to other people know kind of what you're doing, especially when it comes to balance, because it is so easy to lose our balance and to fall. So, but that's just one of the things that you can do to increase your balance. But all of these things, your endurance, your strength, balance, that's all, they're all going to work together, and they're all going to help your core. And core is where it's at. The core is where all of the good stuff is. So if you are able to, there's chair yoga out there, and I know that you guys have, I think, some yoga going on. So yoga is a really good thing. Now, this is one thing, I don't want any of you guys to try this. I know you're going to think about trying it though. Headstands. Okay.
No. No.
If you guys are going to do headstands, man, you guys are definitely rock stars. But I don't encourage a headstand. The other thing you could do too is just standing on one leg for, a couple seconds as well. But again, always having that table or chair close to you. All right. So they're really the three physical activities that we want you to, I forgot one, stretching. For all of our activities, especially anything that we're going to do that's a physical activity. So even if you're doing things at home, decorating a tree or reaching for something, stretching is important. So even if it's something that you can do when you first get out of bed in the morning for 5 minutes, just reaching your hands over your head, going side to side, just turning your back, just stretching out your body, because our bones in our body, as we age, they get stiff. So they need to be stretched. And if then throughout the day, if you move it a certain way, you've got a better chance of not hurting yourself. Okay. So stretching is also extremely important. Yoga, it also helps with our flexibility as we age. That again tends to deteriorate. Again, it just helps as we're reaching for things. If we're just looking behind ourselves, it's just something that we really want to be doing as much as we can. Stretching is important.
Right.
Improves the range of motion, elasticity of our muscles, and our tendons. All right, so these are the 4: endurance, strength, balance, and stretching. And then lastly is being hydrated. As we age, this is something that's really important. And most people don't realize that you're already starting to dehydrate when you start to feel thirsty. Okay, so you want to be hydrating throughout the day. You always want to have some water close to you. Water is one of the best ways to hydrate your body. And if we're working out or exercising in any way, we are going to lose some of that water that we already have put into our bodies. And that hydration is going to start to, dehydration will start to affect us. So that can make us dizzy and not feel right. So hydration is extremely important throughout the day. They do recommend 8 ounces of water before, during, and after physical activity. So keep that water flowing throughout the day, and especially if you're doing any type of physical activity.
Okay.
So, like I said, drink before you feel thirsty. You can add some fruit to your water. I like plain water. I've gotten so accustomed to it that I drink water pretty much all day long. And you can do a lot of things with water. So adding fruit or vegetables to your water. A lot of people even put some herbs in water. So there's lots of different ways to add something to that water. I personally like water that's not even cold. I like regular
Right.
water.
Mhm.
Kind of odd in that regard, but
Nope.
water is the best way to hydrate yourself. Soda and other types of drinks, they're not really good for your hydration. So as an older person, regardless of working out or not, water is your best thing. Not to say you can't have other things to drink, just limit those other things. That's all. All right,
Okay.
so one of your recipes today is a fruit shake. And I am going to show you a smoothie recipe, but the fruit shakes that you received the recipe for are simple, and I encourage you to try them, and you can
You said we
change them
received,
up to the way you want them. And
Joan, we received something?
pardon me?
You said we received something. Is it?
This is going to be something that will be emailed to you.
Oh, okay, because I
Yeah,
was
through an
I didn't see
email.
anything except
Yeah,
the.
John will be sending you out an email with this
Oh, okay.
information. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. And then now this is the smoothie video. Can everybody
There's
hear
nothing
it?
like a tasty fruit smoothie to get you going in the morning, give you a boost in the afternoon, or provide a refreshing evening snack. Smoothies made in fast food restaurants are often high in sugar and calories. You can get the same refreshing taste by making smoothies at home and keeping the calories and added sugars to a minimum. Remember to wash your hands before handling any food and sanitize your work surface before beginning. Read the
I can't
recipe
see
and collect
nothing.
the ingredients and cooking supplies that are needed and place them on the counter. Start by adding half a cup of fruit to the blender. You can use fresh, frozen, or canned. I'm using strawberries today, but you can use any fruit you like. Choose fruit in season and whenever possible, purchase fresh fruit at your farmer's market. The fruit will be at the peak of ripeness and taste, and it's always good to support your local farmers. Next, choose 1 cup of a base. The base gives it the thickness we associate with smoothies. You can use any flavor yogurt, frozen fruit concentrate, frozen fruit, or even ice cubes. Another option would be frozen 100% juice from canned fruit, like we showed in the easy fruit salad recipe. You can mix your base ingredients together for a blended flavor. Today I'm using vanilla yogurt and frozen pineapple juice. Last, choose half a cup of a liquid. The liquid helps everything to blend together well. The great thing about smoothies is that they can be made with or without dairy products depending on your preference. You can use 100% juice or low-fat milk. Today I'm using calcium-fortified soy milk. Put all ingredients in a blender and mix until smooth. You may have to take a spatula and run it down the sides of a blender once or twice to get everything mixed well. Be sure to turn the blender off first. If it's too thick, add a little more liquid. If it's too thin, add a little more base or fruit until it's just right. You can also beef up the nutrition of a smoothie by adding some veggies like spinach or kale. You can't even taste it, or try adding tofu for additional protein. See how easy that was? This recipe makes enough for 2 people, so you can share with a friend or a family member. When you're done, be sure to clean your blender thoroughly. Did you know that the blade assembly screws off the bottom of the blender container? It's so easy and makes cleaning a snap. Once everything is clean and dry, simply screw the blade assembly back on the blender container, and you're ready for the next time you need the blender. At a fast food restaurant, you would pay between $4 and $6 for a basic smoothie. You can make one at home for under $2 and know that you have a healthy, low-sugar treat. We hope you will enjoy this recipe and try it at home. Come back for our next session where we'll share with you a new healthy recipe.
All right, so we hope that you, let me stop the share. All right, so any questions or anything you'd like to share with us? Anyone already, looks like some are already drinking smoothies, making their own smoothies.
Like
They are,
knocked off, y'all. I can't get the phone rang and it threw me off or something. I'm not sure.
oh, so
You're still here. We can see you.
we can see you, Cynthia.
You can? I
Uh-huh.
can't see
Yeah,
nobody.
we can see you.
All right, keep on talking. I'll try to figure this thing out.
Don't worry, Cynthia. We struggle with this technology
Every day.
every day. But
Any questions on the conference line?
What happened? What happened?
Okay, quick question. Is seltzer good or bad?
seltzer. I don't really know. I would have to look at the seltzer. You'd have to look at the seltzer and see what's actually in it. Looking to see if there's any sugar or high fructose corn syrup or any type of ingredient that has OSE at the end of it. Because if there's something in it with OSE at the end of that ingredient, it means it's sugar of some sort. So you want to really be careful of that. But I don't know, honestly, 'cause I don't look at seltzer. So
I have a
yes.
comment.
Yes,
Actually,
Diane.
I had that discussion with my brother-in-law about a year ago, and he's an engineer, and he told me that the seltzer, the bubbles in the seltzer, if you drink it too often, it's not good for your teeth, even if it's no sugar in it. So I
Okay.
still drink it. I put fresh fruit or juice in it, but just don't substitute it for regular water. That's what I
So
heard.
I'm a person, I love seltzer water because I really enjoy soda. And at this point in my life, I shouldn't drink it. So it's soda fill. But you have to be careful with seltzer because some of the companies do incorporate sodium. You are somebody who shouldn't have a lot of sodium. Some seltzer do come sodium free, but sometimes you don't know what you're picking up until you get home. Some of it do have a lot of sodium in it. So
Well, I'm a health nut, and I'm gonna tell you, stay away from the seltzer. It's really not good for you. It messes up your teeth. It does a lot. The same thing that you're getting with the soda, it's just a little bit lesser down, but it's still doing the same.
Yeah, my problem is the sugar. Well, it's all my problem, but the sugar. It was the sugar for me. It's all the problem, but it was just like on the sugar. But sometimes you just want that.
Bubbly.
Yep, you do.
Yeah,
and that's okay. It's okay. It's again, it's one of those sometimes drinks, and it's just water is a drink you can have all the time and not worry.
Right.
So thank you all for that input. That was excellent.
I like you, John. I like, I bought all this, to try to make water fancy, and I still go back to just what? Water. Because the Sprint, they got the little, you can, from Martindale's, you can put this little
something in it, yes,
something in it to make it, and then you got the little pack, so you can make it, like the lemon.
And to be honest, all of that stuff is quite nasty.
Yes, it is.
To me, it leaves like an aftertaste, and it's like I don't know why I wanted this.
Right.
Well, the marketing's out there to always try to entice us
Yes.
to something different. You know, water is water. We can get that for pretty much, you know, whatever we pay our water bill for through
Right.
Right.
our own
right.
homes. So, you know, the soda people, you know, the drink companies, they're always looking for ways to entice us
Right.
to supposedly drink things that are healthy for us. So
Right.
it's always, you know, you always need to be careful with any type of drink,
Right.
because there's probably always something that's going to be in it that's going to be harmful to something, like the teeth. You know, we only get this one set. Well, we get, you know, we only get one set of teeth. You know, I always tell the kids when I teach now, you know, I say to them, I said, you know, you only get one body, you only get one set of teeth. I said, you know, you got to take care of it.
As long as you can.
When you get up here in age, man, it starts to play games on you, and you better start now. You better start now taking good care of it. You know,
Yeah.
you don't realize it till you get there. It's like everything else in life.
Yep.
It's like, when did that happen?
Just like you said, Cynthia, when did it
Right.
happen that I couldn't, you know, I couldn't get up on the
No, but actually, my
stool.
girlfriend, she had a very bad fall because she was like, I'm like me. She figured she could get up and change the curtains or something, you know, and she got up and she fell, and the thing was
Yep.
bad was actually was
Wow.
nobody there when she fell. So she
Mhm.
really busted, you know, her side of her face, and she said she don't even know how it happened. She said in her mind she felt like she could just jump up there and do it. You know, you're not talking about ladders. You're talking about that one little stepper thing.
Right.
So it's important to know your limits,
Yeah.
to again, to not, and I'm saying this for myself as well,
Me
but
too.
to make sure that others are around maybe when you're doing some things like that.
Right.
You know, I know for myself, you know, I like to, you know, I don't want to wait for anybody to help me because it
Mhm.
might take forever. So I pull
Mhm.
whatever it is out and climb up on whatever it
Holly
is.
shaking her head.
So,
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, yeah, but it's not really smart. We have to be
Right.
smart. So, but you know, keep active, keep doing what you're doing, being social with people, and taking classes, and you know, and just do your best to stay active, and that's the best thing we can do for ourselves.
Mhm.
And
Helps our
it's
mind,
okay
body,
to
and
ask for help. You know, if you need something done and you shouldn't be up on that stool or whatever, you should ask for help. My dad is like notorious. He's 87. And he need a project done at, you know, at the house, and we'll say, well, we'll be over later. We'll help you out with that. Next thing I know, he's taking the window out down at the beach.
Mhm.
And we're like driving up like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, you know, he used to be a contractor.
Right.
Um,
So in his mind, he feels like he can still do it. Yeah.
Oh, he's doing something. Oh, dad just did such and such. I said, are you kidding? We told him we need help.
yeah, it's just it's part of getting older, and we do have to know when we need help and try to accept the help. That's the hard thing.
Any other questions on the conference line?
That was a great question, by the
yes,
way.
thank you.
All right. Well, I think we're good. We will be back in January. We want to just first off, I want to thank all those who were able to do the evaluation for me. Really appreciate that. And also just let you know that we'll be back, and to enjoy your holidays, be safe, and hopefully you'll get to share it with some people, some of your family members, and you know, try to find the joy in the time of the year, you know, even if it's just taking a little walk down your street and seeing the lights in people's windows or something.
Right.
So
And just these sessions help break up the monotony of not really doing the things that we're used to doing. You know, you know, we woke up, and when we woke up, we didn't know the world was
Right.
changed like this. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
we gotta keep ourselves without, you know, losing it, because you can actually lose it in
yes,
this.
you can.
I don't know what you want to call this quarantine or this thing that
Oh,
we're in. Yeah.
yeah, we know because I had a little episode this morning with them. We had a class this morning, and I was thinking that I was supposed to be on this class, but it was a different class. My mind, everything is just going into each other. Like I got 2 children who's also working from home, so it's like I don't know where I'm going.
No, you're absolutely right. We have to, try to just not to find the joy in every day and find
Right.
something to be
Yeah.
grateful for. I'm trying.
Yeah.
Does anybody have a suggestion for doing something for the holidays that's socially distant? I have one.
Please tell us.
Yeah.
Well, we always celebrate our Christmas Eve with like 30 some people, and it's kind of really upsetting. So what we decided for sisters is to do a cookie exchange. So we're gonna wrap everything, put it separate. So and maybe have tea on my porch outside, socially distant, and take cookies home. You know what I mean? So
That's really nice. And you
That
know
is.
what?
Nice. I mean, that's kind of brisk and nice. Like,
Well,
yeah.
I'll
You don't have
tell
to be
you
there
what
all
it is,
night.
though. We have to do it during the day when the sun is out and put a
Right.
light blanket on it.
There you go.
That's all I can think of.
I really think it's been so inspiring, the ingenuity of people and how they are celebrating life in
Right.
general,
And have you noticed that more people are celebrating Christmas, the lights and stuff? At one point it was kind of like, and now you see like everybody's like, they need joy. So you're seeing more houses lit up. People need that because they feel like they're getting swallowed up.
Yeah.
Well, and it's cold out. Go ahead, Lynn.
I have a friend who
We can't hear you.
mom.
Oh, we lost you.
Yeah, we lost.
I have a friend who has a fire pit,
Yeah.
and for once a month we've been meeting in early evening around her fire pit. So last month she got one of those big industrial things that the restaurants have it.
Mm-hmm. The big heater.
The heater. So we met actually this month.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
And it was so fascinating because most of us haven't been out.
Right.
In the early evenings. It's always been like during the day we walk.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of nice to be out with about, I think there were 6 of us out.
Well, that was nice.
That is nice.
It was interesting because, you're not usually driving at night. Yeah.
Right. Right. Well, the nights are long.
Yeah.
It's long. It gets dark at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're like, oh, it's only 7 o'clock.
I know.
So the nights are really long. So that's a nice thing, something little intimate. And I think that has been nice too. It's been very intimate with people.
And
And
Diane, if you have like portable heaters, maybe you can put them out if it's really cold that day.
I did try a heater that's for inside, but my problem is I have a wooden deck. So I've discussed that. Now at the beach, my parents live at the beach, and so does one of my sisters. She has a real fire pit. And I love it. Only problem is you smell like wood smoke, but that's okay. We got out there during some cold nights in like October and like September and things like that. But I do have that little heater. It doesn't work the same as, one of those other ones but there are neighbors that have, a flat piece of ground and can put it, where it's not going to burn up.
Well, we were lucky. Ours was the gas fire pit, so we didn't smell.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good.
Really good. That's good. You stand around, you laugh, you drink a little wine, or you drink a little tea, or whatever.
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah.
And that happened with one of my neighbors. We were going for a walk a couple of weeks ago, and we hadn't seen them for a while, and they were socially distant. We were, and they said, after we're done the walk, come back. We'll have some wine at the fire pit. So she had one of those gas ones, but she had a non-flammable surface that it was on. Took some blankets out, handed them to us, and it was a lot of fun. It was just the 4 of us, and it's the little things that you can do.
Yeah.
And I had a book club last week for my book club in the neighborhood's like 17 years old. So we all met back and we do a little thing for Christmas. So I had everything, I decorated my porch for Christmas. And we all took we went for a hike first and we all took blankets and sat on the porch, but we had to start out at 2:30 because it was so cold, you know. But it worked, you know, everything was individually wrapped and you know, little things.
Great,
Some great
great.
ideas, ladies.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joan and Brittany, for having this once a month. It's really been nice to
Yeah.
break up the time.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I know for myself, I'm not going to speak for Britt, but
Thank you. You have a good day.
as well. So it's been
Thank
nice
you.
to
Thank you.
get
Okay.
together. So
It has.
Yeah,
It really
thank you.
is.
Everybody be safe.
Yeah.
Happy
Okay.
Oh,
holidays.
thank you.
all right.
Happy
Okay.
holidays.
Thank you.
everyone.
Holidays.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Joan and Farah.
See you,
Happy
Sarah.
holidays, everyone.
Have
You're
a great
welcome.
one.
Happy holidays.
Glad
You
y'all have a good
too.
time.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.